Hey, I'm Felissa Rose, and you're watching Keto and Crime.
Hey everyone, welcome to Keto and Crime. Happy Mother's Day to all you wonderful mothers out there. I just want to let you know I wanted to get something out to you today. Yesterday I was planning on filming my expose on the fundamentalist LDS Church as well as one of its most infamous leaders, Warren Jeffs. They are the original Quiverful movement. But unfortunately, yesterday we had severe storms here all day, so a lot of noise, a lot of rain, a lot of background uh, white noise going on, so to speak, and my allergies kicked up again. So I had red nose and couldn't stop sneezing, swollen eyes. I look like I've been punched in the face, though I assure you I haven't. So, and today is Mother's Day, and I want to make sure I'm spending it with my mother-in-law and also having time to call my own mom. So I just want to, you know, but I still wanted to get something out to you because I promised you. So, in celebration of Mother's Day, I have a very kooky follow up to a video I did earlier. Back in 2019, I did a story on the Love as One cult, which I highly advise you checking that out because it has a much more in-depth expose of what we're about to be talking about. So I'll link it up here, but definitely check that out, especially if you like my cult videos. It is a humdinger. But basically, this cult is one that follows this lady, kind of to your left, my right. Her name is Leah Carlson, known as Amy Carlson, known as Mother God. She is the leader of this cult, the creator of this cult. Basically, she was a bartender with a criminal history that put together this cult based on some really weird things. She had another member who was known as Father God that also had a very uniquely criminal past. I don't know what's going on with him, but we do know what's going on with her. But basically, this cult believes in things like healing minerals, healing rocks. This is where we get the possible connection between this cult and Zulema Pasnenes, as far as um, the Daybell Vallow case. We also know that this cult spent a lot of time on the island of Kauai, much like the Daybells did. In fact, this cult has been embraced in a lot of different scandals. If you actually go to their website, lovehasone.com, you will see how they operate. They sell a lot of things. They sell energy. They sell psychic surgery, which if you know anything about that, it's an ancient voodoo rite, which basically does nothing. It's basically fake psychic surgery. They do that for a fee. They also sell you all kinds of minerals and rocks and vitamin supplements and, little chickens like this that are supposedly gonna, cure all ails. Not, they don't really sell this chicken, but it looks like something they might sell. But anyway, they sell all kinds of snake oil. They also believe that that their two leaders, Mother and Father God, have lived thousands of years, multiple lives, including being Jesus Christ, Satan, Bruce Lee, all kinds of different celebrities. I mean, these people have been everybody, they know everybody. They are connected to the universe. Supposedly, governments of the world have been hunting them down for years because they know the truth. They have taken the true red pill. They are the ones that know that we're living in the matrix and how to get us out kind of religion. They also, like most cult leaders, keep their followers close to them. This one originated in Colorado and, of course, eventually moved to Hawaii, where they were forcibly removed from Hawaii. The Hawaiians said, no more crazy, and got them out of there. That is something I also cover in my in-depth video. But basically, they control their followers. If you have not visited their YouTube page, the Love Has One YouTube page, you are missing a really good time. I highly, highly urge you to go over and watch a few of those live streams because they're hilarious. They act like they don't really like each other, even though this is called Love Has Won. They argue. You can tell there's a lot of strife in there. They're all waiting to reach nirvana, to reach their ultimate place in society, and supposedly Mother and Father God are going to get them there. They also have been avoided in some scandals. Not only were they thrown off the island of Kauai, they also were charged with leaving a member in the desert after they beat him and left him in the desert naked to wandering alone, which I guess might be a dream that some people want to aspire to, not me. But that scandal, they've also been known to lure people away from their families, extort them for money. They also dissolve marriages, much like other cult leaders do, and have people engage in open cult like sex. They rearrange marriages, just anything bad that you've ever heard of a cult do, these people do. Well, over the last few weeks, there has been some developments in this, and I would like to report that Amy Carlson has finally reached nirvana. She was found a member of the cult. Miguel Ligmuma actually went to the Sachute County Sheriff's Department in Colorado and reported that there was a dead body in his house. And he was absolutely terrified for his two young children, who he said the cult would not let him leave their house. They were basically holding his kids hostage, they said, but there was a dead body in the house, and he said it was the body of Amy Carlson. So, of course, the sheriff's department immediately went and investigated it and did find a shrine in the back of the house. The house stunk to high heaven, from what the investigators say. They found a body that was probably a female that was wrapped in a sleeping bag, wrapped in Christmas lights, and was essentially being worshipped by the members of the cult. Once they took the body in, they examined it, found that it was partially mummified, so they don't know yet if they actually performed mummification on the body or they just let it naturally, stiffen and do what it does. But the eye sockets were empty, so the eyes had been taken, which these are the types of people that believe eyes are the windows of the soul. So I can only imagine what freaky deaky stuff happened with her eyes. And basically, Mother God has gone on to nirvana. She's finally caught that great spaceship, or they believe that a spaceship is going to appear in the sky and take everyone away, or that a big chasm under the sea is going to open up. I don't know which one she caught, but good journey to her. But anyway, she's dead. There's no sign of Father God. They suspect it is her. They're still running tests. It may not be her, but they suspect it is, because one of the things she was, among being reincarnation of Jesus Christ, Mary Magdalene, Mary, the mother of Jesus, Joan of Arc, Queen Elizabeth I. She was also an alcoholic on top of all of that, and was known as using alcohol in their ceremonies, and that she was, by all case, a problem drinker. So they suspect she may have succumbed to something like cirrhosis or just alcohol poisoning, or any of the myriad of problems that can be brought on by too much alcohol. So we don't know yet what killed her, or even if it is her. Like I said, it might not be, but I'm 99% sure. I usually don't like to report on things until we have a positive ID, but I'm 99.9% sure this is her. Well, anyway, these people were actually worshiping the body. The man, that Miguel, that had reported them, his children were returned to him. The rest of the cult were removed from his home. But according to Love Has One's Facebook page, YouTube, go check those out, please. They talk about her ascension into her next being, that she was happy. There was also suspected that she may have had cancer, which is one of the reasons that they, went to Hawaii for the short time and then were thrown off the island for essentially trying to take it over. And basically, they're saying that she has ascended. So, but ship or through the chasm, yet to be determined. But the 7 members of the cult that had taken over Miguel's home and had basically were forcibly holding his children and had created a shrine have been arrested. They have been charged with abuse of a corpse. That's all they've been charged with now, as well as kind of breaking and entering type type charges, but for the most part, it's, abusing a corpse. So I'll be interested to see how this turns out, whether they find Father God, because he was nowhere to be found, and what happens with this cult. I think they're on their way out, thank goodness, but just another interesting little thing for your Mother's Day, that Mother God has ascended, and we can all breathe a sigh of relief. And with that being said, you can't get much crazier, can you? I highly, highly recommend that you check out my video on the Love is One cult for the whole story, and then you will better understand everything that I'm saying. But Amy Carlson, leader of and founder of the Love is One cult, ascended. And with that being said, I'm going to let you get back to Mother's Day. I'm going to get back to Mother's Day, and stay away from cults, people. They're whack. I will be back later this week with more white collar crime, murder, and cults. And with that being said, until next time, Keto and Crime.